Yo, what is up, guys? It is me, J-Man Gaming, and today I am going to be doing a reaction. I am going to be reacting to Let's Game It Out. I set off so much dynamite, it ended reality in Astroneer. I am going to react to this video. I have watched it before now on my own time, but today I am going to react to it for you guys. In no way do I own this video. That is the original title. I will be putting the link to the original video in the description if you want to watch it without pauses. But, if you don't, just watch my reaction video. Anyways, guys, I am just gonna do one thing first. And I will, actually, never mind, I can't do it. We're just going to, react to the video. Yep, link. Okay, anyways, let's go. Oh, right.
Hey there, it's Josh. Welcome back to Let's Game It Out. We're checking out Astroneer today, a fun planetary romp where you go down to various planets, take every resource you can, and leave the planet way worse than you left it. That sounds like fun, doesn't it? So let's get started. Our journey begins as our little spacecraft takes off from orbit. Let's watch as our little craft finds a suitable place to land. And the moment we exit our dropship, it magically transforms into a habitat for us. After which time, like a virus asserting itself, our tiny little building grows, and perfect, I'm already a plague on the planet. So to be the ideal Astroneer, there's two things we've got to do. First, we need to expand our base, and we need to take up all the planet's beautiful resources. And then maybe when we're done, we can go up to this planet here, or maybe those planets. Don't worry, you big beautiful rocks in the sky, we're coming for you. So here's our starting cubes, the basic building blocks of what we need to get started, of which first we've got the oxygenator. This is going to generate beautiful oxygen for us via this lovely tether that you can see going from me to the base. But to make it work, we got to plug the thing in. Thankfully, you can pick up things in this game really easy, and apparently move them all over the place with your mind powers. Or if you're not a wizard, hold it in your bare hands. And if you look under the machinery, you'll see these two little sockets. Wander on over to the side of our base, and you'll see a nice place to put it. There it is, all content in its new home. Totally oxygenating. Meanwhile, we've got these two other crates, one of which is this starting platform, which once we unpack it, you can see that it also has a bunch of those sockets. I'm gonna go ahead and put you right... There we go, perfect. And look at this, something to put in it. This here is our medium printer, which has got those two little sockets, so let's go ahead and put this thing in its new home. Ta-da! It's beautiful. Now through this thing we can make all kinds of items, like a larger printer and a research chamber, but we can't print these things just yet, because we need to get these components. Stuff like resin and compound, which are things we can make by plundering the planet of its resources. But you might be wondering, how can we get those resources? Well, I'm glad you asked. Behold, my terrain gun thing. With this little thing we can run right over and just start sucking up resources, as well as terraform the planet. Just suck up all those resources. Watch as they go into the gun forever. Okay, cool. If you check out my backpack now, not only am I filled up on whatever this material is, but it's popping out of the top of my backpack, as well as every orifice of my gun. Thank God there's so many ways to collect resources. So now we have plenty of compound. Okay, let's make ourselves a large printer. Huh, doesn't seem to be printing. Oh, it's because I need to give it power, which means we just take this little cable plug here and just go ahead and plug it in just like that. Each platform has 4 of these power cables. I mean, you only need to connect one, but I'm not gonna miss a chance to make something hideous.
And you definitely made something hideous. You definitely did. And I mean no offense to that whatsoever. If you take offense to that, I'm sorry. That's just funny. That's funny. If you don't think that's funny, there's something wrong with your humor.
So let's do our part and connect all 4. Looking excessive. Oh yeah, there we go. Print my dreams into reality. Oh, and then gift wrap them for me. Thanks. You stay right over there for now. We're also gonna make a large platform to go with it, but first we need to pick up some resin, which I think I see way in the distance here. I believe this is it, that thing that looks like mac and cheese. Don't be shy, Earth Vacuum. Get in there and get it all. I can also pull my backpack off and get a better look, although it leaves my guy looking weirdly naked. But hey, yep, that's resin all right. And put that enriched pasta to good use. So here's another thing we have to worry about. You see my little glowing tether there? If I get too far away, it disappears. And that's when you can see my oxygen meter slowly going down. And if that runs out, I think we all know what happens. Thankfully, there's always fresh astronauts to take their place. So to solve this oxygen problem, we can just extend the tether. To do that, we can build stuff right off of our backpack. In this case, a bunch of tethers. All it takes is a little compound, and ta-da, a whole bundle of tethers, which I can then add to the landscape, and as long as I'm connected to these things, I'm always getting oxygen, which I'm sure you can see where this is going. And if you didn't, I'm sure you do now. At least nearby the base, anywhere you walk is gonna find itself connected to a tether. You like oxygen? Cause you'll get it. And here we have our modern art. I call it Spider-Man hates mac and cheese, or loves it too much. I also like it because if it gets dark out, we're gonna have no trouble finding our base, since all these tethers are nice and glowy. And I've got even more tethers strapped to my back, because what if I want to go out into those trees where I see some plane debris? Well, that's no problem. We just drop tethers as we go. Hello, wreckage. And what might you be? What is this, like a space sailboat? Salvage, huh? Well, I don't really know what to do with this yet, so for now, we'll just go ahead and put it on top of our base with everything else. Oh, speaking of, my large platform finished printing. Let's also put that up here. And unpack, and then let's print another large platform. Okay, so I discovered something pretty interesting. If you take a box and just hover it in the air like this, then drop it down and quickly open it, it just stays up there. Well, let's see if I can get it some power. Perfect. Now let's take my large printer, and let's give it its new home high in the sky. Well, I think I know how this base is gonna go. Okay, that seems like a good start, doesn't it? Connect this one here. This guy goes right here. And up here. And there we have it. A very normal space base.
That is so much not normal. Oh my gosh. Okay.
I like to call it the space nest. Well, now that this exists, we gotta find some stuff to put on all these platforms, and for that we're gonna have to unlock some stuff. So if we pull out our backpack, we've got something along the edge the game calls the research catalog, which is where we unlock a bunch of
Astroneer's version of Wikipedia. I'm serious, I just pulled that out of my ass. I just pulled that out of my ass. I'm serious. Oh my gosh.
stuff. And boy, are there a lot of different things. To unlock stuff, we have to use something called bytes, and currently we have 0. So here's how we get bytes. We run around the landscape looking for stuff like this. Ah, a research sample. I shall hold and scan it for bytes. Cool, we did it. But it's not just those little clown hats, there's other stuff too, like this lovely fellow. Compatible with research chamber. Ah, geez, where's that in my tablet? Ah, research chamber. Already unlocked. Don't worry, little guy, we're gonna give you a good home. Oh, look at that, it's printing it right onto that platform. How doubly convenient. And let's get you researched. I believe this means it's gonna get me a cool 400 something bytes at a record pace of 12 bytes per minute. That's fine, you just do your thing. We got plenty of things to keep us occupied. For example, let's do some exploring. Surely we'll find something interesting out here, right? Like, what's this beauty over here? Looks like a piece of a rocket ship. Well, first let's tether it off, like it's some kind of archaeological dig site.
That seems like a module to some sort of space station. There's some really impressive lore. Maybe the game theorist should watch this to gain some theories on here. Huh. Unless they already have theories on this game. But if they do, no need. If they don't, well, I'm about to have a theory load.
And now let's dig it up. Oh yeah, it's just like Jurassic Park. You remember that scene in Jurassic Park when they delicately revealed like a rocket thruster? Can I get rid of trees too? Oh, that's a big ol'
I haven't watched Jurassic Park, so I don't know what he's talking about.
Yes. Well, looks like we got two goals here now. One is to get rid of all the trees that have probably been here untouched for generations. Ooh, and look what we got. A new specimen. Oh, we got a couple of specimens, actually. Okay, I think we're almost good. I think we've almost freed the thing. I am definitely in the right position for when this thing falls. I stand corrected. I think no matter what I do, the thing floats.
Huh. Zero gravity on a planet with gravity. Broken. That's what I call this. Broken.
Can I hop inside? The answer is yes, and it has a thing I can take back. Cool. Quite the haul we got here. Ugh, do I have to carry them all the way over there? Can't I just unlock this buggy now? Like, how do I get aluminum? According to the game's built-in Astropedia,
Wikipedia for Astroneer.
aluminum is a refined resource, which means we're gonna have to make it, which I believe we can do by building this smelting furnace. And look at that, it only costs 250 bytes to unlock, so let's do it! And print. Ta-da! Okay, thank God I can use everything from all the way down here. Okay, now we've got a smelter for all our refining, melting, and burning needs. So I've learned that aluminum here is made out of something called laterite, which is my understanding that we can find some of that underground.
You know, don't take it from me. Laterite in this game looks like poker chips. I'm serious. Don't take it from me. Okay? If you want to believe me, I'm absolutely right. But if you don't want to believe me and you want proof, just watch till the end. You will get all the proof you need for everything I say that has to do with this video. Specifically this video.
You know what? Why didn't I try this earlier? This seems like the first thing I would have tried to do. Oh, looks like we found something. In we go. Ugh. But let's see. What do we have over here? Ah, poker chips.
Exactly. There it is. Laterite. Poker chips.
Laterite, aluminum material, just what I've always wanted. Literally a jackpot. Oh boy, I'm so excited. Oh right, I gotta unlock the thing. I don't want to go pick up all those things I left over there for research. Can't I just research these little things progressively over time? Wait, found my salvation. A closer by research item. And in you go. So I added more research platforms to this madness, but I can't stop now. Not when I...
Those are getting a bit narrower, which means... power is about to die out, which means everything is about to just... pew! Which means everything is about to...
I don't know how high we can build yet. Huh, you know? I think we might be running out of power. I think that's what the flashing red means. Alright, let's page through the almanac. Ooh, look at this. A solar array. Oh, and look at this. A wind turbine. Well, those things seem to be blown in the wind. I say we go with wind turbine. Now we just need to find glass and ceramic, which I believe are based off clay and quartz, which we can find somewhere around here. I mean, I feel like clay...
Hold on.
Things seem to be blown in the wind. I say we go with wind turbine.
Glass and ceramic? Glass ain't from clay. Glass is from sand. Melted sand. You melt sand
Now we
turns
just
into glass, okay? Don't believe me, try it in real life.
need to find glass and ceramic, which I believe are...
Ceramic does come from clay. But no. Okay, alright, ceramic does come from clay. No, glass does not come from quartz, okay? Alright, that's called quartzite. Or, at least I think it is. I haven't learned about my minerals in a long time, so, my brain's a bit mush. Anyways, no, glass does not come from quartz. There is a glass type that does come from quartz, but if you're talking about glass, it comes from sand. I'm sorry for doing this lesson. I hope this video does not take forever. If this is taking too long, I'm sorry.
We're based off clay and quartz, which we can find somewhere around here. I mean, I feel like clay would be like in the mud, right? I mean, eventually. Or it could just open up into a cavern. Okay, I'm not seeing any clay yet, but who's to say we won't find it if we just keep digging? Or it could just give way to another cave. Well, I guess now we just need to know how far this goes, don't we? Still going further down. And anytime I think I'm gonna find clay, I'm sorely mistaken. Sphalerite.
Sphalerite. For zinc. Zinc is definitely a real life metal, but I don't think sphalerite is. Yeah, but I'm not sure.
Huh? For
if it is a real life mineral, correct me in the comments, but if it's not, just don't say anything.
zinc? Well, I'm sure I'll need that too. I like knowing that anyone that's played this game before.
And don't just say it's not just to tell me I'm wrong, alright? Actually do your research before commenting. Alright?
Or is probably like, no, this is not how you get clay. Or like other people are like, I'm gonna dig to the center of the earth just to see what's there. And I'm like,
oh, you guys are going to say something surprising once you see what is in the center of this fake planet. I'm not talking about real life Earth. Earth is definitely a real planet. Don't start the conspiracy theories, okay? I mean, the planet inside the game, the digital planet. You will not believe what is inside of the digital planet that this game is based on. If you don't know what the name of the game is, just check the title up top. Not in my video, up here. Look at my mouse cursor up here. It's called Astroneer. Really fun game. You should try it out. A lot of updates. Very cool. I like it. I played it before. Anyways, the center of that planet in this game is going to be really cool. The center of it is not the coolest part of it. Actually, I take that back. Yes, the center of this planet is the coolest part of it. But, that isn't the only part that is like this on the planet. This is just the core of the planet. There is others on the surface. Just either floating in the sky or connected by organic. The game's variety of Earth.
like, I really need this for my pottery class, so I can make some sweet ceramics. Still looking for that clay. I did find this, though. Copper? Well, as always, I'm sure this will come in handy, too. The plot thickens. I've been drilling down and down for about an hour now. Still haven't found any clay or quartz. Oh my god. I found some clay down here.
Clay?
The journey was...
How long did that take? Really? Josh, if you're watching this video, please comment down below. How long did it take for you to find that piece of clay? Please tell me, I want to know.
Worth it. All I had to do was believe. You know what? I think I've stumbled upon something here. So what are you? Looks like it affects gravity, I can tell you that much. This is getting weirder and weirder. I guess here we are in the core of the planet. It looks like there's something going on down there.
Yep, exactly as I said. Something cool in the core of the planet.
But I can't get to it. So for now, we're just gonna head back to the surface and worry about this later. But hey, at least we can dig to the core of the planet. Okay, well that's one mineral down. What a fruitful endeavor this was. So let's take this clay, shove it in the smelter up here, and it looks like it's constructing something beautiful for me. We'll just let that thing work while we go find some quartz. Found it. Turns out it was just below the surface. And there we go. Beautiful quartz. Shove it up in this machine. And there we go. Although strangely enough, I realized this little tier symbol here, those items are made with a small printer, which I can make right off of my back. And it just kind of sits on the ground. Let's just plug it in. And finally, it's wind turbine time. Look at the machine putting its hips into it. Ta-da! Okay, let's just attach this anywhere we can. Now to make 8 million more of them. Okay, there we go. Isn't that something? Especially when everything stops stops spinning. Huh, you know, as much as I like how this looks, I feel like there's so much more we could be doing. I mean, look at all that space up there. But first we need to build this, a small canister, which attaches right onto our gun. And now when I'm over here tearing up the planet, this little canister is holding onto the soil for later use. And that's when the fun begins, because instead of digging down, now I can build up. And now we're gonna use this to finally see up higher in our base. I can just like build under me and keep going higher and higher. I wonder how high we can go. Okay, so far.
Forever. That is the short answer. You can keep on going forever and ever and ever. Okay?
So good. You can see the base down there, and also the horizon of the planet. Wow, we're really high up here, aren't we? Well, no reason to not keep going. Oh my god, we're still going. It's getting dark. It's
each of those lines that you see around the circle, those are basically, signals, indicating, how many canisters there are. So, that is 1 canister, then that's 2, that's 3, that is 4, right down there, that is 5, and that is 6. I cannot see if there is another 2 lines there, or just 1 line, so, it's either 6 or 7. 6 or 7.
It's hard to get an angle, but you can vaguely see the base down there. But there's something else
But I'm just gonna say it's 6, because I'm not sure.
We can see up here, called the vastness of space. I do appear to be squaring off with some planets, though. And also, if you look over at the horizon, there's some weird stuff out there. Okay, we're at about half a canister of terrain remaining. Okay, and that's the end of that. There are, like, rockets and stuff that we can... About half a canister of terrain remaining. Okay, and that's the...
Alright, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... 6. Okay, yes.
The end of that. There
6, yeah. 6.
are like rockets and stuff that we can use to get into space. It is pretty darn cool that we can do this, though. You know, it is pretty windy up here, and sunny in its own way. This gives me an idea, but we need to head back to the surface first for a nice, soft, bone-crunching landing. Okay, so I've got kind of an idea of what we should do next, and it doesn't...
Soon enough, this is gonna turn into a space corkscrew. You'll see it afterwards.
Involve heading back up. Just this time with a little more precision-ish. All I'm gonna do is just spend a little time making a lovely little spiral staircase, which definitely isn't gonna take me a million years.
2 hours. Or, sorry, let me do it.
Isn't gonna
Iconic SpongeBob voice.
take me a million years.
2 hours later.
Almost there.
That's my first attempt actually doing that voice.
Almost there. Okay, so I brought oxygen up here. We have another setting besides down and up. We can actually level out.
Level the terrain, yeah. Make it completely flat. Like the idiot Earth conspiracy theorists.
Things. So we're gonna...
Who think the Earth is flat, yeah. If the Earth is flat, explain solar eclipses. Yeah, you're getting scared now. You're getting scared now because you can't answer that question. Why? Because in your head you know if there is such thing as solar eclipses, then the Earth is definitely spherical. Because if the moon and sun were directly side by side to each other, the exact same size, side by side, they cannot overlap each other. If in a flat Earth, they cannot overlap each other. Okay? The moon cannot cover the sun if the Earth is flat. That's why the Earth is circular. Or spherical. Spherical. I meant to say spherical. Okay?
And make this a nice, smooth-ish ground. That's gonna act as an extension of our base. And now that we've got this platform built, we need to go down and get some supplies. And I can think of no easier way than this. Oh, here's a better view of the thing I made. My
space corkscrew. Building the spiral staircase. Oh my gosh. I love these time chapter things. I absolutely love them.
Space corkscrew. This is really only half the journey, because now we need to make a bunch of large platforms. There's probably a way easier way to do this, but hey, I never claimed what I'm doing is smart, okay?
That's right, you never did. You told the truth. That is very much factual.
Okay, this part's done. Now to get another shipment, in the form of these beautiful windmills. We'll all be, there really is wind in space. And now that I've plugged everything in, everything looks amazing. Unless the wind stops blowing. That's okay, I've got one more idea. So there's one other thing we can unlock. Solar power. It only takes 3,750 bytes, so I figure we can unlock it. Okay, now we've got a giant interstellar platform here with two types of very vulnerable sources of power. Either the wind needs to blow, or the sun needs to be out. Now you might be wondering, how are we gonna get that power down there? For that, we're gonna unlock a lovely little item called extenders. They're basically extension cords. Okay, here goes. Plug that in there. We're just gonna run like 100 extension cords. Oh, wait a minute. Can I put these things along the side? Oh, yeah. And before you know it, almost all the way back to the planet. We did it. Power being pulled from this never-ending extension cord that goes all the way up to space. All that to say, our power needs are probably finally met. So you know what it's time for? It's time to unlock the buggy. Oh God, I'm so excited. Ta-da! Let's go have an adventure. Oh, it needs a seat. Ah, there it is, rover seat. Okay, you got it. Just put that on here. Install it sideways.
These things you do always make me laugh, Gray. Gray? I'm just using my YouTubers. Things like this always make me laugh, Josh. I'm so sorry for confusing your name. You and Gray still plays are almost identical in your humor. I'm serious. Gray has never played Astroneer, but he would just die. Bawling in laughter at the funniness of this game. Or at least that's what I think. Anyways, again, Josh, sorry for confusing your name.
Sideways? Cool. Now I'm really ready for an adventure. Oh my God.
He just looks so derpy like that. He looks so derpy. He looks like, I don't know where I'm going. I'm so scared. Am I gonna crash? I don't know. That is what that Astroneer is saying. That is probably what that Astroneer is thinking in his spherical head right now.
Can you imagine riding in a buggy sideways? Don't forget, the whole point of doing this, all of this, was just so I didn't have to carry these things back manually, which I still might have to do, because I don't think there's space on this thing. Let's see, can I just, like, put it on... Ah, yes, that's very useful, thank you. I'm glad the game even allows this. You can just chill where the driver's seat's supposed to go. Okay, friends, hold on, I'll be right back. Okay, let's see what else we can do here. Ooh, a trailer? That's...
Hold on.
Go. Okay, friends, hold on, I'll be right back.
Ooh. I did not expect that. I did not expect that. Okay.
Okay, let's see what else we can do here. Ooh, a trailer? That sounds promising. Very promising. Oh, and there's a power connector, which doesn't appear to connect anywhere on my little vehicle. I think it's meant to connect to this thing, the tractor. Unlock. And build. And open. Oh, see, there we go. Now we just connect this over like that. Oh, well, this is fun. Can I add more trailers? Only one way to find out. Oh, yeah. Before we all get too excited, yes, there's a limit. And it appears to be 3. After that, it just won't let you connect. What about platforms? Can I put platforms on here? Well, not officially. Unofficially, though, looks like it's coming with us all the same. Just gotta take those turns kind of lightly. Okay, and here we are, somehow in one piece. Just put you on here, and you on there. Isn't that great? No problems at all. Finally. I never thought we'd get these things researched. Thank God we built an entire interstellar power grid and unlocked all kinds of stuff just so we didn't have to walk somewhere we can basically see in the distance. Okay, I think I've perfected the system. Just find these things and just gently put it on my mess of platforms. No need to crowd, there's room for everybody. And before you know it, we're heading back with a full bounty. And while this researching is getting done, let's take our buggy for a stroll. After all, there's one mystery that still needs solving. Do you remember when we were building our moon spire and we saw some weird shapes out on the horizon? Well, I want to know what those are, so we're gonna go check them out. Like there's one right now. All right, Buggy, I got faith in you. Just ignore all these designs.
Moon Spire. Gives me flashbacks of Chapter 2, Season 6 of Fortnite. Yeah. Gives me a flashback of that. And no, I am not playing Fortnite this video. No, absolutely not. No. Not this video, but maybe in the future, but no, not this video.
Desirable minerals. Luckily, this buggy can essentially scale anything. Okay, this is probably good enough. We'll have to take it from here on foot. Huh, what do you suppose this is? Looks kind of like the core underground. You know what the planet core didn't have, though? A modern-day electrical socket. So I guess we know what the next step is. That is, of course, if your guess was to head back home, get out your extenders, start running some cable, and let's hook that sucker up. Okay, so I did it. I ran power cables all the way over there, and then before you know it,
Oh. Huh. If you actually see it, those extenders actually have, oxygen abilities. See that cord? Josh, you may not have noticed it, but if you did, look very closely. Look right there. Look at the tip of my mouse cursor. That is an oxygen cord. Like in the beginning of the video, you can connect tethers to the oxygenator, and that will extend the oxygen reach farther than your base. It seems to be that the extenders have the exact same property, but it's not along the cord. It's just the extender itself.
we're all the way back to this thing. Here goes nothing. Oh, I see. Okay, what do we got? Huh. Okay, so what is this thing? Oddstone? Yes, I want to gaze. Huh. So I think this is us. This must be the center of the world. I guess these
Dim node.
are other things on the surface flying around. I get the feeling it wants me to light up all of these. No problem, I can do that. Did you not see my finest work here? Okay, so we've already done that one, obviously. And I would imagine if we keep running away from that thing, yep, we eventually come up on another one, and so on and so forth. And it looks like each and every one of them have an outlet. Well, let's get started. Don't worry.
Call me the bitch of grammar, if you please, but, it goes, and it seems like each one of them has an outlet. Yeah. Again, I'm sorry, if you take this as bitching about grammar, I'm sorry, but I just want it to be right. Again, if you take this the wrong way, Josh, I'm sorry, but, that's just how it is. Please don't take it the wrong way.
Worry though, we're not starting entirely from scratch. We're also going to make use of these things called splitters, and they do exactly what you'd think they do. We'll just pop this out here, and instead plug it in here, and this goes here, and now we can send power in other directions. So hang on, this shouldn't take that long.
Spoiler. It took a while.
Okay, here we are, a mere 3.5 hours later. I've been running these things all over creation, zigzagging beautifully over mountains, down through green fields, and then up some beautiful handcrafted ramps. Okay, so we'll just plug you in. Yeah, that's great. We've seen the show before. You go ahead and finish your light show. We're gonna go to the next location. And plug you in, and 4 total. It's all very impressive. And only 2 more to go, so that's number 5. And finally, number 6. In you go. Let's see what fabulous cash prizes we get. Well, all these nodes are now active, except the one in the middle. What happens if I activate? Oh, they're like teleporter pads. Okay, I get it. I have no idea where I am now, but I suppose it's a good system. I guess I'll just follow the splitters all the way home. Okay, back to civilization. Now, you remember that hole we made? The one that took us all the way down to the core? Let's head back down and see how the planet core is doing. Hey there, I'm back. Oh, well, would you look at that? Oh boy, more pedestal.
I think I'm going to do this actually in-game, but I'll only connect the extension cords only to origin node and use wind turbines and the other stuff with the other ones, so now I don't waste too many resources. Not that I'm saying your plan is not saying that your idea is a bad idea, Josh. It's an amazing idea. I love it. It's hilarious. But I just want to. It's just a race. It's erased. But it's just a waste of resources if you really think about it. Yeah, I'm gonna do it to 1 so that way I never lose my way back to my base. But to the rest, I'm just going to use ordinary power. As in, wind turbines and solar panels. 1 if the wind blows, and the other if the sun is shining. So that way it always gives power.
Wait a minute. That's not a standard electrical outlet. This symbol seems familiar. Oh yeah, that's right. It's for
perfect symmetry.
Quartz. Are you suggesting that I need to put it in that socket? But
yeah, 3 quartz. 1 in each socket. Whoa. That sounded very ominous. I'm sorry about that.
I didn't bring any quartz. Okay, hold on. Luckily, there's quartz kinda everywhere. Okay, I'm back. This time with a bunch of quartz. Okay, here, you take this. Oh, hello. Finally, some prizes. Geometric triptych embedded in a...
Geometric triptych. Geometric triptych embedded in a truncated pentacoron. Unclassified energy signature.
A truncated pentacoron. Are these words that are supposed to mean something? Well, I can pick it up and daintily shove it in my backpack, so good enough for me. The force field's still up though, but I think gravity means I can run along the walls. Yep. And on the other side it looks like, oh, the easiest delivery quest ever. Oh, jeez, you again. Well, let's give it a gaze. Okay, the core is lit up now. Wait, what the heck is this? I'm going to assume based on its positioning that it's off-world. Well, you know...
And it is off-world.
What that means, right? It's time to go into outer space. And in order to do that, we have to unlock 2 things. First up is this small shuttle, and second is this solid fuel thruster. They both require aluminum, but this thruster also requires ammonium, which in my travels of building all these extension cables, I've already run into. So we've already got that covered. And aluminum, of course, we just kind of had lying around still. Okay, so print the thruster and the small shuttle. That's exactly how I wanted that printed. Already in launching position. Truly an inspiration to us all. Okay, and there it is. But it's not really going to do anything until we add the thruster. We'll just go ahead and attach that to the bottom. Limited.
You know what? When it comes to me, I will always get 2 thrusters. Always. I will always just have 2 thrusters. 1 immediately on, and one on my dude's backpack for safekeeping, just in case it hit or boom. Yeah. Solid fuel thruster, limited fuel capacity, good for a round trip.
Fuel capacity, good for a round trip.
Well, thank you for mocking what I just said. Yeah, by the way, he didn't. It was just a joke.
Whatever, I'm sure it's fine. Bye, beautiful planet. Ah, my base looks so nice from up here. So here we are in the solar system. This whole time we've been on the beautiful planet of Silva. But we've got other planets too, like DeSolo.
Well, there it is. DeSolo ain't a planet. DeSolo ain't a planet. It's Silva's moon.
With its no atmosphere, bare rock.
No atmosphere, bare rock, and pockmarked.
Pockmarked landscape, and other planets like this radiated one called Atrox, as well as a couple other planets, and what the heck is that thing? Unidentified.
That is the thing that was off-world.
Satellite. Is that the thing we were told about? Well, let's go find out. I mean, it sure looks like a thing, doesn't it? And here we are. Well, looking around, the first thing I see is a familiar face. Yet another odd stone, which if I open it up, we've got us here on the cosmic elevation. Willing to bet this purple thing is our beautiful planet Silva, and all these other things are the planets we haven't activated yet. Meanwhile, down below here, I noticed there's a bunch of pedestals. Each one appears to have a different symbol. Ah, crap. Was I supposed to bring that thing I found on the other planet? And am I supposed to bring one from every planet? Really? You want me to go to every planet and activate every one of those things? Well, you got it. We're gonna start by going to that planet right next to Silva. Onward to DeSolo. Ooh, looks like our engine blew
exactly what I am talking
up. Well, no choice but to land, I guess. What could possibly go wrong?
Everything could go wrong. Everything! Sorry if I sounded bad there. I was just saying, everything could go wrong.
Here we are. What a lovely...
And there is where he fucked up. He forgot the oxygenator. And he points it out later on in this video.
Crater we find ourselves in. That said, we got good news, we got...
And this is where he does it. In 3, 2, 1, I am going to continue. 3, 2, 1, and...
Bad news. The good news is I could print a small printer, which would allow us to print another thruster. The bad news is I have ammonium, but no aluminum. Well, you know, maybe I'll get lucky. Maybe I'll just dig straight down and find all the stuff we need. That's definitely not what I found. I found death instead. Okay, let's try this again. So let me tell you about all the rookie mistakes I've made. Thrusters destroyed. And see that big blue silhouette? That's where I was supposed to put that oxygen thing. Now the tethers don't work because I didn't bring it. Don't worry though, I've got a solution for this. Turns out with my mind powers, I can just pick this up. And as long as I stay close to this, I'll keep getting oxygen. So I'm just gonna take it with me everywhere I go. The solution was so simple. All right, spaceship, let's go find all the things we need. Okay, here's some resin and some quartz and some wolframite, whatever the hell that is. And thank God, laterite. Okay, well that was surprisingly easy. Let's head back to Silva, pick up some supplies, and do this all proper like. You ready for something new and exciting? It's called the winch. We couldn't have it before because we couldn't get tungsten, but you know what makes tungsten? Wolframite, which we now have. The other thing the winch needs is rubber. Rubber we can make using the chemistry lab, which we can also now make because of tungsten. We basically feed it 2 different ingredients. Rubber we're gonna make right now, but something tells me we're gonna be making this soon. Explosive powder. But in the meantime, rubber's just gonna have to do. Okay, there's the winch. So check this out. I think you're supposed to like put it on your tractor trailer here. You attach it to something, and then when you ride off, it kind of just holds onto it. But I've learned that the winch is strong. Like really strong. Like if I attach it to this, I can just throw things around. Now, that's a powerful tool. Now that we've resupplied, let's head back to what's it called. So basically, to conquer this planet, we need 2 things. Oxygen and enough power to jumpstart those thingamabobs. And right here, I think I have the recipe to do it all. So I've gone ahead and attached a winch to each one of these things, because I've learned that our little tractor trailer friend here always provides me with oxygen. Now we're gonna take our glorious solar panels here, strap them onto all the platforms, and now I'm gonna attach all these winches to yours truly. And this is when the fun begins. Now that I have my oxygen needs met, let's see if all these solar panels have enough power to charge this thing. Okay, let's give this a shot. Oh, would you look at that? It's enough power for everybody. Yes. Yes, the most elegant solution. Onward, Power Brigade. Let us explore new frontiers together. Okay, here goes nothing. This is so easy. And I'll be taking this. Okay, at this point, I think you know the drill. Fly to a new planet, find a lovely little spot to land, and if all the stuff I brought still isn't enough, there's always room for more. Just one big happy solar family. And then head down to the planet core, collect your prize, add it to the pile of shinies. Oh god, so many planets. Okay, I think that's all of them. Now, before I put them on these pedestals, I got something to show you. So there's one thing I haven't really done yet in this playthrough, and that's my near and dear friend Dynamite. But don't worry, I did a little setting up while I was collecting all that other stuff. Let me give you the grand tour. So these lovely machines right here are called atmospheric condensers. They pull gases out of the atmosphere and add them to these little containers. In this case, all these machines are pulling glorious, glorious sulfur, after which a little grabby arm takes it and adds it to the rack. Now, as you can see, we've got quite a lot of sulfur at this point. The reason we need this, by the way, is to make the
I guess you can call this Planet Sulfur Factory.
Explosive powder. To complete the formula, we also need carbon. I've got all these smelters here that are burning organics, at which point it adds the carbon to these racks. After which point we head over here to these chemistry labs, select explosive powder, and after just a few moments, we have a beautiful baby ball of explosion. Afterwards, we can make dynamite right from our backpack. Ah, fresh dynamite. And I've been busy making a lot of these. So let's head on over here and just add it to the pile. There you go. Welcome home, big guy. So we're gonna try and use this dynamite for something exciting. And wouldn't you know, I've got a spaceship over here all ready to go. As you can see, it's already packed to the brim with dynamite. Okay, so we're gonna get on out of here, leave this beautiful base to keep doing its production, and we're gonna head back over to our favorite planet. Good old Silva. Oh!
That caught me off guard.
Okay, so as a first test, let's dig ourselves a modest hole. Let's just dump the whole column in there. Okay, bombs away. Quick, run, run, run. Oh! What? That killed me. Either way, let's see what kind of damage that did. Wow. Pretty impressive for just one column of dynamite. Okay, test number 2. Let's dig down a little bit. What if we dig like a trench? And in that trench, we're gonna...
Yeah, a little bit later, he just ended the trench. He stopped trenching. He just decided to place it on the surface instead of just mining a trench and placing it in there.
Place dynamite.
I know, I've watched this, and I remember most of, if not everything in this video before I just watched it. And I know vividly that later on, he stopped placing the dynamite in the trench and just placed it on the surface. Don't believe me? Watch.
A whole bunch of dynamite. I've also learned my lesson this time. We're gonna use something called a button repeater, which is gonna allow me to run a cable all the way over to the dynamite, and then in theory I can activate it safely from back here. Okay, here goes nothing. Up, still dead. Oh no, oh no.
The ground just vanished. That's funny, that's funny.
What happened? Let's go take a look. Oh, well, this is looking
Floating tethers?
promising. Huh.
Floating tethers? What? Why is there floating tethers?
That's quite the explosion. I gotta admit, I am pretty pleased. And I'm also ready to try some more. Okay, so we're gonna do another trench. Just a lot longer this time, so hold your horse.
Oh, the first trench, he didn't stop the trench. He made the entire trench and filled it with dynamite. A modest amount. He didn't overfill it to where his frame rate would die. Like every other time he plays any game.
Horses, and I'll be right back. Okay, I admit it. I got kind of lazy. I didn't want to make the trench, so instead I just threw dynamite
Exactly. There it is.
all over the ground. And originally I was gonna do like a line all the way around the planet, but then I started to space out, so this is what we get. Just dynamite kind of everywhere, scattered over mountains, just kind of mingling with all the natural resources. So at this point, I guess let's just pick a direction and go. But you know, I think I've got pretty decent coverage. But we're gonna start back here at the beginning, back when I was trying with a trench. And then it just kind of goes from there for an undetermined amount of time. And also I ran quite a few more of these things, because this time around I want to be suitably out of the blast area. Okay, here we go. Huh. Everything seems to be frozen. Oh my god, the screen is just frozen this way. I feel like this is the most realistic depiction of what staring at a nuke would feel like. So, I think we might just be stuck this way. So I hope you had fun. I know I did. I know Silva probably did before it took its final breath. Oh, and don't worry, you don't miss much with the station thing. It just ends the game and there's credits or whatever.
Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Again, J-Man Gaming. Since this is my only channel and I can't make another one, due to a mistake I made, this is going to be my, J-Man Everything channel now. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Goodbye.